My dear friends and family, thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to share another painting with you. Now, I know this may seem like just a plain seascape, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody loves a seascape. But this painting actually has really significant spiritual meaning to me. Honestly, of all my paintings, this is probably the one that I think about the most often. Because of what God's taught me through it. So I really wanted to share that with you. I call this painting Oceans of Mercy. So at one point, maybe about a year ago, I don't even remember who was involved or what the exact circumstance was, but I hit one of those times where I just felt no mercy and no grace towards an individual. I just felt like I had nothing left to offer them. I felt depleted. And I'm not proud of that. I don't love those moments. But I'm sure many of you know what that feels like. And I was praying about it because it did disturb me. Like I just had no desire to offer mercy and grace. And so I was praying about that and just asking God, why do I feel this way? Why am I depleted? And immediately, it was almost the closest to a vision I've really had. Almost immediately, I had this picture in my mind, and it was just this part of the painting. It was this tide pool surrounded by rocks, and the water in that tide pool was murky. It was low. It was depleted and murky, contaminated. And God told me, Denise, these are your reserves of mercy and grace. These are your reserves. They are limited. They are depleted. They are tainted. And then he said, look up, look up. And I looked up and saw this vast ocean stretching out before me, glistening and beautiful and endless. And God said, these are my reserves. When you are feeling depleted and like you have nothing left to offer, guess where you're drawing your strength from? You are here. It is finite. It is easily used up. You are drawing from the wrong place. So when you are feeling empty, I need you to remember that in your weakness, you need to take from my strength. And just that reminder that where we are weak, he is strong. And when we rely on our own strength, we are quickly worn down and tired. And we need to ask him for his mercy, for his grace, for his forgiveness. I've done that before, and it's amazing how he answers and how he gives you an extra supply. So to this day, when I am feeling really worn out and really depleted, I actually, in my mind, I picture myself standing right here on this rock. And I pray and ask God to just send me a wave of his mercy and wash over me with his supply, refresh me, restore me so that I have enough to extend out. So, oceans of mercy. And even as I was painting this, I asked, should the ocean be still? And I felt immediately like, no, that's actually a part of his grace too. His mercy and his grace, he sends these waves to pummel at us, to beat on our walls. We just need to make our walls so that we can let them in. So that is the spiritual significance of this painting to me. I want to take from these reserves, not from my own. I want to be filled up with his life and his strength and his mercy, not my own. So it's my prayer for you too, and all of us as we enter 2021 now. I just pray that this would be a year of being washed, filled, and overflowing with God's supply of mercy and grace and love and forgiveness and joy. Be washed with his water. Recognize that yours is not enough, but that's okay because his is there for the taking. Thank you guys. Be blessed. Be refreshed.